Try not to label it or judge it in any way, just what's present at the moment. And are you in alignment? As I was saying earlier, when we are living our truth, our dharma, our passion, we are living in alignment with the universe. And yes, there can be struggles, and yes, there can be obstacles, but ultimately you feel uplifted. You sense there's a positive energy flow around you. So finding that alignment and that positive energy flow as we move into class today. As you inhale, let your arms float up towards the sky, palms will come together. And as you exhale, bring your hands to the heart, holding that idea of dharma in alignment, holding anything that's present for you at the moment in your own intention. After your next exhale, release the hands, softly open the eyes. Okay, so for my neck people, as you're sitting here and your palms are down on your lap, without you even noticing it, your shoulders have this movement inward, which pulls on the muscles of the neck and the upper back. So it makes it stretch longer, farther. And then what happens is your body feels like it has to work to hold your head up. So if you take your shoulders to the back of your body, as you flip your palms open, you'll feel that there's a completely different sense of your upper body. And all you did was turn your hands up. So just remember that as you're out in your day, because this is what we do all day long. This, writing, cooking, our hands are down and our shoulders fall in. So every once in a while, kind of come back to that and remind your body, oh yeah, this is where I'm supposed to be. So let's start on hands and knees. Again, I'm going to be adjusting my screen, and I've got a sidekick here, Mr. Unicorn, bringing me good luck for you guys today. So hands and knees, please. Spread the fingers nice and wide, tuck the toes under. Now, wherever you placed your hands, move them one hand distance forward, so they're ahead of your shoulders. And on purpose, lift your shoulders up by your ears and then draw the shoulders down your back. From there, reach your hips back toward the wall behind you. So you come into this long extension. Let your head be in neutral for the first round and press into all of your fingertips. On your next inhale, come forward and shift your weight so that you're in this little baby plank pose. On your inhale, lift your shoulders. Exhale, drop your shoulders down your back and move again towards the wall behind you. This time, let your head come right between your arms. So your ears are lined up with your arms and your arms are nice and straight. Toes are turned under to keep the action in the feet. Inhale, come forward, shifting weight over wrists. Feel the weight in your arms. Lift the shoulders. Drop the shoulders, move back. This time as you're back here, maybe your head drifts down to the floor. That's a maybe. If it's touching the floor, let it touch lightly. Feel and sense what's going on in your body. Inhale, come forward last time into that sort of mini plank pose. From here, press your right heel back. So basically you didn't move anything. You just stretched one leg back. And then put your knee down and stretch the other leg back. And then from here, exhale both legs. Take a breath. And then move to your first downward facing dog. Soft knees, strong fingers and arms, head either between your arms or releasing. Press your right heel down. Feel the extension from your right heel to your right sit bone. And then press your left heel down, feeling the left heel and the left sit bone moving apart from one another. And as you exhale, both heels reach downward, both sitting bones reach upward. Exhale, knees to floor. Come into more of a traditional tabletop now for cat and cow. So toes turned under, soft shoulders down the back as you look forward, inhale. Flip your feet, tailbone down, head down, exhale, push with the arms. Now pay attention to your head, neck, and shoulders, seeing how that was a request. Pay attention, do you crunch up here? Can you drop your shoulders back more? And when you come into cat pose, can you push into your arms and create a lot of space as this head releases? One more time. And then exhaling. And come back to center. And we're going to move the hands forward again. I'm going to move back just because I need more space here. But I want your hands ahead of you. From here, you're going to inhale, come forward, and start to let your pubic bone move toward the floor. Soft eyes forward. Exhale, move back, letting your hips move towards your heels. Now we're going to make this bigger and bigger each time we come. So the next time your pubic bone comes toward the floor, bend your elbows so it touches. And then go back up and release hips towards your heels. And slowly over about the next 3 to 4, we're going to move to the floor. So pubic bone, bend the elbows, then maybe the belly comes back up, moves back, reach. This time, pubic bone, bend the elbows, belly, maybe chest, and then come all the way back up. Keep the elbows right by your side body. Reach back. We'll do one more. And this will be the whole body here. So pubic bone first, belly, chest, forehead. Forehead comes up, chest, belly, pelvis. Nice job. We'll do that once more, full body. Keep the arms next to your body here. Pubic bone, bend the elbows, belly, chest, forehead. Forehead lifts, chest, belly, pubic bone, and find your way back to downward facing dog pose. Downward facing dog. And as we're in downward facing dog, just play with your feet again, heels down, hips high. And then from here, allow yourself to walk to the front of the mat. Stay in your forward fold, soft knees, release head. While you're here, press into your right heel and lift your right sitting bone so that the right leg gets straighter. Feel what that feels like in the back of the leg. And then release that one and press through the left heel, lifting and stretching the left sitting bone up. And then bending that leg. Now try both. Heels down, sitting bones up. Legs straighten because your sitting bones are lifting. From here, come halfway up, inhale. Exhale all the way down. Inhale, come all the way to standing. Arms out to the side, palms come together, and hands come to the heart center. All right, pause here in mountain pose. Take stock of what's present. So in the beginning, we talked about living your truth, living your dharma. Living in alignment. When you're moving with this truth and this dharma, you're living in alignment, which brings in positive energy flow. And yes, there are obstacles, as I have been finding throughout the past week and a half. And so we find our way. Yeah, we find our way. So if you use blocks for this next little bit, please go ahead and use one between your legs. We're going to do a little chair flow. We've already warmed up the spine quite a bit. So if I got the skinny little block today, so that means my feet need to be closer together so that my knees don't roll inward. Turning the palms open, remember shoulders on your back. And as you inhale, rise up, palms come together. First round, exhale, sit in your chair pose, and then weight to your heels. Feel the belly engage slightly so the lower back feels happy, and the shoulders are resting on your back. Good. Inhale, come up. Exhale, fold forward. You can put your hands on your legs if you like. Coming to the floor, soft knees if you need. Inhale, come back up. Palms together. Exhale, hands second round. See if you can lift your toes this time. Keeping the legs engaging right around the block if you have it. Okay, now this time, take your hands behind you. Palms are down to the floor. Can you feel how your shoulders go on your back body? Stay with that and inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold forward. Let your shoulders go. Let your head go. On your next inhale, rise up. Round number 3, hands to the heart. Exhale. Now stay here. This could be your level 1. Lift your toes, squeeze the block, belly's engaged. And then level 2, hands come behind you, engaging your upper back body. Level 3, arms are going to start to come open and or up. Okay, so if up starts to feel like, whoa, that's way too much, then your arms stay open. I want you to keep the activity in the upper back, not around your neck. Good. Inhale, come standing. Exhale, fold forward, letting yourself release, let go of your head. Inhale, come all the way back up. We have one more. Exhale, hands to the heart. Just bringing up a little heat, warming up the body. Belly strong. Weights evenly distributed between your feet. Take the hands back if you're doing it. Palms toward the floor. Thumbs are open. Shoulders are open and on your back. And then maybe arms come open and up. Now, if you're here with me, hook your thumbs. So your palms are still facing forward. Try to pull your hands apart, and then sink your hips down more. See where that edge is that you can be, that your head is between your arms, your belly's active, and you're down. Inhale, rise up. Nice job. Exhale, fold forward. Release the block from between your legs. Take a moment here. And then as you exhale, I want you to take your right foot back, standing in a high lunge. Remember, you can use your blocks. Back legs nice and strong. And then from here, let's do the back action again. So stand in your legs, take your hands behind you, palms down. Okay, this could be level 1, back legs nice and strong. Level 2 is to rise. Bring your arms up over your head. And if you're with me, grab your thumbs, pull them apart, lift your eyes so you feel like you're in this really strong, stable lower body and you have a lot of freedom in the upper body. Exhale, release the hands down and straighten the front leg, lifting all your toes. Breathe. Again, remember, blocks are handy here, so don't be afraid to use them. On your next exhale, bend your knee and twist open to the left. Left arm to the sky, right hand on the floor, knee over ankle, back leg nice and straight. As you exhale, lower the hand and step forward. Inhale, come halfway up, lengthen the spine, feel the heels into the earth. Exhale all the way down. Inhale, rise, stand, palms together. Exhale, hands to the heart. Pause. Inhale, rise up. And then exhale, fold forward again. Left side steps back. High lunge here. Right knee over right ankle. Stay here. You're welcome to stay right here. Or see if you can bring your hands up, palms face down, really engaging the back body. Belly's engaged here. Inhale, rise up. Find your thumbs. Hook them if you can and pull like you're trying to pull them apart as you feel the density of your whole lower body. Nice strong legs. Breathe. Exhale, release the hands, fingers on the floor, straightening your front leg. Lifting all your toes. And find the length from your front heel to your sitting bone. It's not really about straightening the leg. It's about moving the sitting bone back. And you'll find that there's a much healthier action in the leg when you think about it that way. Bend your front knee and twist open to the right. Exhale, belly in, heart open. Maybe take a moment for gratitude for us being together. And exhale, hand down, and find your way back to downward facing dog pose. Palms root, fingers root, heels reach, sitting bones rise. Inhale, come forward to your plank pose, full plank pose here. And then from here, knees on the mat. Exhale, elbows glide along your body to the floor. Point your toes, shoulders on your back, low cobra. From here, see if you can take your hands up and reach back behind you with your thumbs open and your palms down. If that feels okay, feet can float off the floor. Take one more breath. Exhale, hands back down. Push yourself up, downward facing dog pose. I'm doing hot yoga in here. The windows are all closed and I can't open them. Why not? Alrighty. Take a walk or a hop to the front of the mat. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, come all the way down. Let go of your head. Now inhale, stand and rise. Palms come together, hands to the heart. Take a moment again. Think about alignment. Alignment, positive energy flow. What's your truth? What's your dharma? When I contemplate this, I'm very, very thankful that from the beginning of my working life, I have been in the health and wellness field. I didn't really choose it. I didn't say, this is what I'm going to do with the rest of my life. It's just what showed up. And I followed the thread. And sometimes that's what happens. Take your right foot back in a long stance. So warrior two stance. Finding that nice, healthy action between your back foot and your front foot. Keeping the back leg and outer leg rooted. Hands open, looking over your front arm. And finding that connection from your fingers to your shoulders. Turn the palms open. So remember, before I had this big break with the internet, we worked 1 week on toes connecting to pelvis and fingers connecting to heart and lung. So we could think about all of that now. Back hand on your leg, reaching back nice and long. Feeling the expansion in the whole side body. And then from here, bend into your first part of Uttanasana, elbow on your leg, arm along your ear. Now on purpose, turn down and think about your thumb here. It's facing the ceiling, right? I want you to turn open and the thumb faces the wall behind you. Can you feel that connection between what you're doing with your hand and what you're doing with your torso? Do it one more time. Turn the pinky fingers to the floor. Notice how your shoulder comes forward. And now turn back. Beautiful. Inhale, come up. Reverse the warrior again. Sink a little deeper if that's available to you. Keep this top arm nice and long. On your next exhale, straighten the front leg. Let's move into triangle pose. Reaching long arm to the floor, long arm to the sky. Head and chest moving toward the wall behind you. Heart opening. Maybe your eyes look up. Nice inhale. Nice exhale. And then release your top hands. Go ahead and soften your front knee and step forward. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, come all the way down. And then inhale, stand, rise, palms together, hands to the heart. Pause. Second side, take your left foot back. Long warrior two stance, arms open. So I always take a moment here to adjust my feet. The tendency is to crisscross this back foot too far to the wall behind you. So you want to make sure you're not doing that. And then look over your front hands, sink in a little deeper, feel the heart rise as the pelvis roots down. Flipping your top hand, you're going to reach back, first reversed warrior. And then finding that idea of the thumb moving back to the wall behind you to keep your chest open. On your exhale, elbow to knee, side plank pose. And then on purpose, turn down and let your pinky finger face the floor. And now move your thumb back to the wall behind you and notice how that helps to open your chest. Try it once more, rotating down and then rotating back, feeling the length and the spaciousness. Good, inhale, come up, reverse the warrior again, keeping that bent knee, finding some depth in this pose. And then this last round, straighten the front leg, keep the long spine as you come down into your triangle. Again, remember that the thumb moving to the wall behind you can actually give you some more space. Head and chest moving back, maybe eyes turn upward. If it's hard for you to turn your head, you might be forward. So just keep thinking about back and back and back. Taking a nice deep breath here. Common, familiar poses, but they're different every single day. Exhale, lower the hands down. Let's find our way back, downward facing dog. Just feeling and sensing into the whole body now. Rooting hands, rooting fingers, rooting heels if you can. And then bring the feet a little closer together and lift up your right leg to the sky, three-legged dog pose. And as you do that, open your hip a little and drop your left heel down more. Look at your left foot and make sure you're not falling in the arch. You don't want your foot to roll inward. On your exhale, float forward. Foot comes to the floor to your plank pose. Feel the energy in the arms. Feel the head moving backward. Feel the connection of your shoulders. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg goes to the sky. Let your hip open and drop your right heel more. And then looking at your right arch, make sure your right arch doesn't fall inward. Keep lifting the left leg, pushing with both arms, feeling strong, magnificent. Exhale, come forward, plank pose. From here, knees on the floor. Glide downward into chaturanga. Point your toes, roll your shoulders, lift chest up. Now you can stay here, or you can take your fingers to the wall behind you. Thumbs are open, and maybe lift your feet. Breathe. Using your back body. Staying very strong and aware of the back body. Exhale, hands to the mat. Inhale, push away. Downward facing dog pose. Taking the breath. Taking the moment to be still and pause. And then from here, let's walk forward to the front of the mat again. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, come all the way down. Let go of your head. And inhale, rise, stand, pause. Palms together at the heart. Just take the moment again. Feeling and sensing into what's present. So from here, I want you to take your right foot back on the ball of your foot. So it's a light step back. It's not far. This front leg is holding all your weight here. Hands are going to be at your heart center, eyes forward. We're going to shift into the front leg and float this back leg right off the floor. So my front leg is straight. My back leg is straight, but not too far off the floor. We're balancing here. Taking the breath. On your next inhale, bring your knee forward in front of you. Now, flexing your right foot. Now, you can stay here if you like, or if you have the freedom, you can grab a hold of your knee or maybe underside your leg, one or the other. Keep rooting down through your left foot. Good. One more here. If you're holding your leg, move it open. If you're not, just move it open on its own and find a place for your foot to land on the inner edge of your leg. Tree pose. Trikonasana, not Trikonasana. Taking a nice inhale here, maybe arms come up over your head. If your arms come up over your head, hook your thumbs and pull like you're trying to pull your thumbs apart and feel the connection between the rooted foot and the rising fingers. I like to think about my fingers in this pose with hooking my thumbs like little ends of the tree branches, right? The little baby ends reaching for the light. Exhale, release the hands, release the legs, stand, mountain pose. Second side. Left foot steps back, easy step, not far. Draw the belly in slightly, keep the shoulders and the chest open, and bring your hands to your heart. When you're ready, push into your standing foot, float the back leg off the floor. Keep the belly active. This is like chair pose, where you can kind of let go here and the lower back can take the hit. Please don't do that. And then take your knee forward and up, flexing your left foot. Keep rooting down. Notice how much you're using your toes. You'd be surprised how much we use them in our day-to-day activity. And then turn your leg open. Oops, sorry, forgot to hook. So hands around your knee if you can. And then taking the knee outward to the side. Maybe foot finds a place on the inner leg or inner calf, fingers on at the heart again. And then if you like, if your hands can rise up, hook your thumbs again. Pull like you're trying to pull your thumbs apart to engage the arms more. And notice how much you're using the end points of your arms, hands, fingers, and toes. Very, very, very important aspects. One more breath. Exhale, release the hands, release the legs, stand, mountain pose, palms forward. Become aware of what's present. Maybe it's different than what it was in the beginning. Become aware of the energy in the body and the energy around you. And then as you inhale, raise up, palms together, coming forward and down. Find your way to downward facing dog. Last one. Heels root, sitting bones rise, fingertips active. Soft knees, maybe sitting bones rise more than you can possibly get those heels down. Maybe. Inhale, come forward to your plank. Last time. Finding that nice strong action in the body. Knees down or up on this last round, and then taking your body to the floor. Raise your body with your elbows. Point your feet, roll your shoulders, lift your chest. Maybe hands lift and move back, palms toward the floor. Maybe feet rise. So taking it from cobra to locust pose, Shalabhasana. One more breath. Exhale, hands to mat. Release and push away. And this time, let's find our way to child's pose with wide knees. All right, stay up. So my hands are out in front of me. My head is up. Just taking a moment for my spine to find a nice neutral. And then we're going to take it to a twist. So left hand turns up, palms to the sky. Slide your hand forward as far as you can and lower your shoulder and head on the floor. So again, we're finding that resting place, not as active as downward facing dog. So it's a child's pose twist. Reach your right fingers forward, like inch walk your fingers over your head. Maybe your chest turns open more. So this is more about turning the shoulders than it is about just resting. And there's an action between your right fingers and your hips moving apart from one another. So fingers are engaged, hips are moving back, and breathing is happening. On your next inhale, come to center. Lift your head a little higher than your pelvis. Kind of reset yourself. And then take your right hand up, reach it as far over to the left as you can. Drop your right shoulder and head to the floor. From here, maybe your fingers, left fingers, wiggle forward and up off to the top of your mat as you try to wiggle your right fingers more, turning your upper body. We worked on this thoracic area when, I guess it was a couple weeks ago now, when we were working on the fingers to the heart and the lung center. So you might pay attention to how much you're using your fingers at the moment and the sensations you feel around the rib cage. Back to center. Bring your legs together now and come up on your heels. Taking your hands behind you, can you interlace your fingers? Draw the shoulders on your back. Now you're welcome to stay right here. Okay, boy, my shoulders feel tight. I can tell I haven't taught yoga in a while. And then take your hands away from you if you have the freedom and start to bow forward, letting your fingers rise and your forehead lightly touch the floor if it is close enough. Don't worry about it if it isn't. But if your head is touching the floor, please don't put any weight on it. It's a connection from earth to sky. Breathe. This pose in itself is called the yoga pose. One more inhale, one more exhale, and then release and come back up the way you came. All righty, let's find our way onto our seat. And we're going to do zigzag pose here. So one leg back on the floor, other leg forward, foot and leg touch each other. And then this back leg, can you tuck it in so that the shin and the top of the foot is close to your bottom, not out here. Okay. And then holding on, letting this hand either hold your leg or reach out, you're going to take your arm up and over and open up the side body. And the reason I want you to tuck this leg in is so that your knee doesn't take any of this action. It's really supposed to be more into the side body and hip. As you exhale, reach up both arms and then twist and land so that you're on the floor on this other side. From here, stay up on your fingertips, turn them in slightly. And as you exhale, drop your head toward the floor, elbows move open. And then inhale, push into your fingers and lift up and look forward. Exhale. Inhale. And then this last time we're going to stay down. Exhale down, and you're welcome to stay on your fingers, or you can come on your forearms, or you could come and rest down on your hands. Pause here. We are in a slight twist here. So just notice your back top hip moving forward as your waist moves around and your top ribs move in and down. Taking a nice deep breath. And then as you inhale, start to rise up. And we're going to just adjust a little bit. This back leg is going to come all the way around to the other side. Notice how your hip is up. You're going to drop this hip down and sit. Now, if this is impossible, take this leg and put it here so that you're sitting on both sit bones, okay? So either here or crisscross. And then sit up nice and tall. Make sure both sit bones are on the floor. We're going to twist towards the direction that, or away from the direction we were just in. So back arm on the floor, other arm supporting either shin, maybe underside. This is a nice thing for shoulders. Or if you have enough freedom, hook the elbow. And we're turning, pressing in to your top cross leg big toe. So whether it's over your leg or not, doesn't matter. Big toe. Press there. Take a nice inhale. Exhale. Turn. Thinking about your head moving to the wall behind you as you open your chest and let your back body do a little bit of work. And on your next exhale, release and come forward. Terrific. Stretch your legs out in front of you. Give them a little shake. And then we'll try the other side. So zigzag on this side. And the pattern is to let the leg rest on its ankle. Take this back leg and tuck it in. Okay. And your back leg hip may or may not be all the way down. That's fine. So taking your other arm up and over. So trying to expand the side body here. So if you're feeling it in this back knee, you might adjust your back foot. See if you can move away from that. Remember that analogy of the knee is the prisoner between the foot and the hip. Inhale, both arms come up. And then twist now to this other side. Land on your fingers, turning the fingers in slightly. Find your twist here. And exhale, lower head to floor. Inhale, rise up, looking forward. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, rise. Last time here, we're going to stay. So lower down and then find a resting place. Maybe forearms, maybe resting on your hands. Feel the spine being slightly challenged here with a twist. Exhale through the belly. Rib cage moving, shoulders moving. One more breath. And then on your inhale, start to rise up. And then we'll take this back leg and either land it in front so that you can sit on both sit bones, or if you have the freedom, go ahead and crisscross. Big toe pushes into the mat no matter where you are. And then you hold your leg and the other hand behind you. So you want to inhale, get taller, and then exhale, turn. Finding a place where you can hold your leg and not put a lot of excess tension in your neck and shoulders. This is really more about the ability of your middle body turning. Keep thinking about your front foot, big toe. It's really easy to forget about. And it helps to engage the leg more. We'll take 2 more breaths here, nice and long. On your next inhale, release and come forward. Stretching both legs out in front of you. I'm going to turn so you can see. Want your legs straight out. Think of Tadasana, mountain pose feet. And then hands are going to come right next to you. Fingers are facing your feet. Notice how my arms are bent. You're going to roll the shoulders to the back of your body and turn your fingers sideways. Remember that thing I showed you in the beginning? If you turn your hands open, your shoulders will open. And then you're going to press down into the floor, lift your chest up. Heels press, toes open. Heels press, toes open. Feeling and sensing the whole body here, strong and stable. So Dandasana, staff pose. Some people have a longer waist, and so for them, they have to be up on their fingertips pushing because their arms aren't as long. For me, I have the opposite problem. My arms are longer than my waist, and so I have to find that sweet engagement here. One more breath. And then as you exhale, release your hands. And I'd like everybody to bend their knees a little bit. From April. Oh, she's got to go. She's at work. And if you have your blocks or blankets somewhere near you, please grab them and put them underneath your knees. So I just have this block with me. I'm just going to put my block under my knees here. If you have a blanket, roll it up. And then thinking about staff pose here with your sit bones rooted to the earth, your heels rooted to the earth. Inhale, rise up. And then we're going to float forward. Exhale, reach. Finding a way that you can hold something, big toes, outer edge feet, maybe ankles. And give it a little pull so that you feel like you're growing up out of the pelvis slightly. And then exhale, fold forward and release. Now, even though I can hold my feet, I like to hold my ankles underneath because it keeps my elbows by my side legs and it helps me feel more contained. Depending on your own flexibility, your own range of motion, you can maybe reach whatever, as long as you feel like there's a little extra support going on with your arms. One more breath here. On your next inhale, take your arms, reach forward, up you come. And then let your arms release. Okay, we're going to move to the floor. If you want a little bit of core work here, you can keep your legs straight out in front of you. Think of Dandasana. Think of where we just were. Toes are to the sky. Okay, and then arms out in front. You can lay down any way you like it. But if you want, you can roll backward, keep your feet on the floor, find your sticky spot and hang out there for about 3 breaths. So for me, it's about here. Sticky spot means I feel like my feet could pop up. My engagement in my stomach is really strong and I can still hold myself here. On your next exhale, see if you can start to move backward and down. Try not to fall. When we get to the floor, you're going to reach your arms over your head. Feel the length of your body. And then as you exhale, bring your right knee to your chest and give it a hug. Rotate your ankle. Change direction. And then slide your right leg to the sky. Hold your leg somewhere, okay? On your next exhale, if you want another additional challenge, you're going to slide your hands up, hold your ankle or lower calf, and lift your bottom leg off the floor. So this is much more core engagement. And then from here, we're going to switch the legs. So if your head is down and you're doing more of a rest, you can still switch your legs if you like. Exhale, 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 exhale. And then the last one, we rest. Let your leg come back to knee to chest, other leg on the floor, pause. Take the other leg, left knee to chest, right leg down, reaching the leg long, feeling and sensing. And then taking the leg up, holding the leg where you like. And again, you can stay here. This is a perfectly wonderful thing to do. If you want more work, you lift your head and shoulders, reach up to your leg and lift your other leg off the floor. And then we switch for 10. 3, 4. Find a place for your eyes to settle on. Don't look straight up. It will pull on your neck. Look more towards your feet or the wall in front of you. And then rest, knee to chest, foot on the floor, head releases. Take both knees to the chest, give them a little hug, gentle rock side to side. And then allow the feet to land on the floor, shoulders roll underneath you, turn the palms up. So all the same action we've been doing all along. Push the back of the head into the floor to engage the back of the neck and lift your pelvis off the floor. Roll your shoulders under you more. Keep turning your thumbs open so that your thumbs are touching, the backs of your thumbs are touching the floor. Take your tailbone towards the sky. See if you have any more range. I don't care how high you go. It doesn't matter. We're just resetting the body. Okay, shoulders on your back, press and lift. Breathe. On your next exhale, release and let your arms come open to a T or to a cactus. Either way, thumbs are still on the floor, palms are still up, and let your knees float from right to left. Keeping elbows, shoulders, and hands rooted on the floor. So now we're on another end of the spine. Last little bit of rotation, massaging bringing light and energy into the spine. And then as you're ready, you come to center, release your arms, bring your knees to your chest, give them a little hug. And then putting your left leg down, cross your right ankle over your left knee, and then draw the legs towards you. Hold your outer knee and your heel. So I have you doing it this way on purpose. And what I'd like you to do is push your right heel into your left hand to create some energy and start to pull it inward slightly. So the right heel is pushing into my left hand and I'm pulling gently toward my body. So I'm not trying to overwork my hip. I just want to get more engagement here. Take one more breath. Now, if you have a hold of your leg and you feel steady, you could take your left leg and put it down on the floor. So that makes it much stronger. Press right heel into left hand. Feel the engagement. And then maybe the leg can get a little closer to you. Don't force. Just ask. On your next inhale, release your leg, stretch it all the way up to the sky. Flex your foot. And then lower the leg all the way down. So another variation of pigeon pose, upside down. So bend both knees. We'll do the other side. Left ankle over right knee. And then draw the legs towards you. So this is what we're very familiar with, yeah? Right hand on your left heel. Left hand on your outer left knee. So I don't want you to pull on the knee. I want you to think about your foot and hand. Push your foot into your hand. Kind of counter that action with your hand pushing into your foot. And see if you can draw the legs a little closer to you with that action. So push foot into hand, hand into foot, and then draw in a little closer. Now you're welcome to stay right here. Or if you have it, you could let go with that right leg and stretch it down on the floor. And then keep thinking, left foot pushes into right hand, engaging the leg muscle, and then drawing the leg towards you a little bit more. Okay, ask, remember, ask. Breathe. On your next inhale, stretch the leg all the way up to the sky, engaging the whole leg now. And then exhale, lower the leg to the floor. One last time, reaching the arms up over your head, stretch the legs long, feel the whole body. And as you exhale, bring your knees and your nose together, curling into this little turtle leg shape. And then finding your way into Shavasana. If there's anything in your body that you need to take care of before we move there, please do. We have a little bit of extra time. But once you feel like you're ready, find your way into your final resting pose. Using your props that you know how to use. Making sure your Shavasana feels luscious. You feel the weight of your body settling into the earth. Remember, palms up, shoulders back, neutral spine, heart open. Let every exhale help you to feel heavier and heavier. And I'm just going to lead you through a short meditation. Just follow my voice. Try not to figure out what's going on or contemplate anything. Just follow my voice. Take your awareness to the area between your eyebrows, to the hollow of your throat, to the center of your chest, to your middle of your right shoulder, center of your right elbow, center of your right wrist, tip of your right thumb, tip of your first finger, tip of your second finger, tip of your third finger, tip of your fourth finger, center of the right wrist, middle of the right elbow, your right shoulder, center of the chest, left shoulder, left elbow, center of the left wrist, tip of the left thumb, tip of the first finger, tip of the second finger, tip of the third finger, tip of the fourth finger, center of the left wrist, left elbow, left shoulder joint, middle of the chest, solar plexus, abdomen, whole pelvis, right hip socket, center of the right knee, right ankle, tip of the right big toe, tip of the second toe, tip of the third toe, tip of the fourth toe, tip of the fifth toe, center of the right ankle, right knee, right hip, whole pelvis, center of the left hip, left knee, left ankle, tip of the left big toe, tip of the second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, center of the left ankle, left knee, left hip, whole pelvis, center of the abdomen, solar plexus, middle of the chest, hollow of the throat, center of the forehead. Rest there. Take a deeper breath. And allow that deeper breath to reach your fingers and your toes. Awakening from the inside out. Slowly starting to stretch your fingers and your toes, hands and feet, arms and legs. Bringing yourself back to your body and back to your space around you. As you feel ready, you can bend your knees, rolling to your right side, and slowly make your way up to sitting. Once you're seated, just take a moment to check in. What's present? What kind of energy, what kind of lightness, what kind of alignment do you feel? As you're ready, take the hands to your heart, closing the practice in gratitude. Gratitude for you, showing up for you on your mat, for the practice itself, for all of our experiences, and most importantly, for our deep inner light. May our light always shine brightly, and may we always see the light in each other. Namaste.